Hey, Sasha, are you there? Are you still alive? If you are, then give me a message back, please. Wait, is this Trish? I figured you'd be the only person to send a message like that to me. What is it? What do you want? Oh, come on. What kind of way is that to talk to an old friend? I thought we were best friends. I only ever thought that about you until we finished high school. That is when I figured that you were just being friends with me because you thought that taking pity on a poor girl like me would make you more popular. I would hardly say that that means we were best friends. Oh, I see. So you're still mad about that, huh? If I remember correctly, you didn't find out about all of that until we were about to graduate, right? And that must have been why you changed what college you were going to go to, because we were going to go to the same one. But yeah, I have to say that you really proved me right about how much better people think you are when you're a rich person hanging out with someone from a poor, sad family like you. Right, well, this has been an unpleasant trip down memory lane. Anyways, is that all? Did you want something? Aw, just what is that supposed to mean? I mean that if you only reached out to me to insult me and remind me of what you did, then this conversation is over. I'm busy and don't have time for this. What are you talking about? You're poor. You probably have all the time in the world. But fine, I guess I can just cut to the chase. I heard that you were going to be getting married soon. Is that true? Excuse me? Just where did you hear about that? So it is true? Well, you are going to invite me to your wedding, aren't you? I heard that you're marrying the son of some really rich family. I bet that means he must have a lot of really rich, handsome friends. So I want you to invite me to your wedding so that I can meet the man of my dreams. Wow, well, that was brutally honest of you, but no, I won't be doing that. Ever. In a million years. What are you talking about? How can you say that? Not only do I not like you, but I wouldn't want you turning my wedding into some kind of dating reality show for you. Aw, but wouldn't that be so fun? It's the perfect chance. I mean, just think of all that I did for you when I was your friend. Don't you think it's time for you to pay me back for that? Excuse me? And just what do you think that you were doing for me when we were in school? You were the one who used me to try and look like some kind of good person who took pity on the poor. You were never really my friend. Do you have any idea just how hurt I was when I found that out? The only reason I haven't blocked you yet is because it all ended so quickly and I didn't even think to do so. By the time I felt better about everything, I had rid you from my mind. So no, I won't be inviting you to my wedding, actually. Now, if you have nothing else to say, I am going to be going now. Don't ever message me again. Got it? Sasha, wait! Don't go yet! We're not through here! Actually, we are, so I'll talk to you never. But I need you to help me find some rich guy who I can marry. Listen to me, if you don't invite me, I have ways of getting what I want. Do you understand me? If you don't pay me back for being your friend, I am going to make you regret everything. In fact, I'm looking forward to making you pay. Oh, Sasha, are you there? How long has it been? 6 months now? I just wanted to let you know that I finally figured out just who it is that you're going to be marrying. It took me a long, long time to hunt him down, and let me tell you, I was a bit let down, actually. But anyways, it didn't take much more effort after that to find out where you're living, too. I'm surprised you're still living with your parents, but I have to say that their house is looking a lot nicer. I remember when it used to look like a run-down little shack. I wonder how that happened, given the fact that none of you should have money. I bet you begged your fiancé to give your parents a totally new house, didn't you? Anyways, he should be an easy target for me. Trish, is that you? Again? And what do you mean, my fiancé? What are you talking about? Just what I said, that I finally figured out who he is. I don't have a fiancé, though, and my parents moved off their old land and put it up for rent. Wait, what are you saying? I don't understand. Well, I moved and I don't live with my parents anymore anyways. In fact, I had no idea that any new building was even built there. I guess there must have been some developer who was renting the property. Okay, what is going on here? Do you really think that I'm going to buy all of that? You're just mad because I want you to pay me back for all that I did. But you've got some nerve just lying to me like this. I promise you that I'm really not lying. I seriously had no idea that any of that had happened. Oh, just can it already, Sasha. But anyways, I also just wanted to let you know that it's fine if you don't invite me to your wedding. Or should I say, you might want to cancel your wedding now and save yourself the money. Either way, it isn't happening. Sasha, I have a surprise for you. I know that your wedding is going to happen tomorrow, but unfortunately for you, I'm with your fiance in a hotel room as we speak. Trish, I have tried to tell you over and over again that I am not going to be getting married. And if you must know, tomorrow is actually my birthday. Aha! I knew it! I knew that you were getting married! What are you even talking about now? I remember a long time ago that you said if you ever got married that you would want to do it on your birthday. Well, this Sunday is your birthday, isn't it? So there we go. That basically confirms to me that you are getting married this week. Did you really think I would let you escape without paying me back for all I did? Well, I took it a step further and just stole your fiancé. Now the two of us are all over each other in a hotel, and you won't be getting him back. Trish, I seriously have no idea what you're talking about at all. Are you in shock? I want to know how it feels to know that I've stolen your man from you. You two are going to be getting married tomorrow, and now it's all for nothing. Tell me how it feels. I seriously don't know what you're even saying. I'm at a hot springs right now with some friends, and we're going to be here tomorrow, too. Wait, what do you mean by that? Literally what I just said. Some friends and I took a trip to some hot springs, and we're enjoying the weekend together. I seriously do not have any intention to get married anytime soon. Here we go again with the lies. When are you going to learn that those won't work on me? I am literally here with Jasmine from school. You remember her, don't you? Hold on a second. You're on a trip with Jasmine? Yeah, that's right. The two of us have been friends for a while, and since we both like being outdoors and enjoy natural hot springs, she offered to take me out for the weekend here. We're literally here to only celebrate my birthday, and that's it. I don't know what to say. That can't be right. Well, if you really don't believe me, then why not try messaging her right now and seeing what she says? I don't get it. Why are you with Jasmine right now? I mean, she said that the two of you are together, but I really don't get it. So you're both at a hot springs right now? That's right. I mean, she sent you the pictures of her and I together in our hotel and of the baths, right? Was that enough for you to believe me? But why wasn't I invited? That isn't fair. I used to be the leader of our friend group. How could you two do this to me? Are you seriously still so hung up on things that happened in high school? The fact is that neither Jasmine nor I ever wanted anything to do with you after high school since you did the same thing to her that you did to me. We aren't friends with you anymore. You seriously need to move on with your life like we have. But that's not fair. You two need me. Think of how much I raised your status up in school just being around me. If you really think that any of that is true or even matters now, then that is really just sad. How could you say that? How could you be so cruel to me? In fact, aren't you forgetting probably the most important thing about all of this? What are you talking about? What am I forgetting? I'm talking about who you're with. Do you have any idea who this person is? Well, I just thought that he was your fiancé who you would be marrying tomorrow. But I already told you that I'm not getting married and that I'm not engaged. I don't have a fiancé. Don't you get that yet? So then, who is this guy? Whose man did I steal? That's what I'm trying to ask you. I have no idea who you're with right now. Hold on. I don't get it. Anyways, it's getting pretty late here. I think we're going to go to bed. Have a nice night. What is going on here? You can't leave me like this. Sasha, are you there? You have to help me. I have really stepped in it now. I'm in huge trouble and you need to help me. Ugh, jeez, what is it now? What do you want? Well, you remember that guy who I thought was actually your fiancé, but then it turned out that he wasn't? Well, it turns out that he's the guy who is renting the property that your parents used to live in. Wait, actually, now that you mention it, you did say that someone had built a nice new house on that land, didn't you? I had no idea what you were talking about and almost didn't believe you. But it's true! Okay, and what do you want me to do about it? Well, this guy is married! Right, so you're basically telling me that you thought that my fiancé was the guy coming in and out of the house that used to be where my parents lived, but that he actually has a wife who I guess you must have thought was me? Well, when he and I first got together 4 months ago, when we first started getting together, I assumed that you and him just couldn't wait to move in together and that he started living with you in your parents' house. You remember how my parents were? They were never going to let a man who I wasn't even married to live in their house. I know I've taken this way too far. This is really bad. How did this happen? I still don't get it. This has never happened to me before. That isn't really true, though, is it? This isn't the first time that your reckless actions ended up in a case of mistaken identity. What do you mean? What are you trying to say, huh? When did this happen to me before? You have no idea what you're talking about. Well, I heard from Jasmine that not long after we graduated and you two were going to the same college, that you were bragging to others about how you stole Jasmine's boyfriend. I was surprised that she decided to stick by you even after high school, but I think it was all those awful rumors that you spread about her that finally made her cut you off. Oh, that. Right. Well, I was single, and I figured that it was time for Jasmine to pay her debts to me for all that I did for her, so I just took what I thought was fair. Except that she never had a boyfriend to begin with, isn't that right? You just saw her going to classes with her cousin and assumed they were dating. So you just got with him thinking it was her boyfriend. Wait, is that really true? I thought that he was her boyfriend this whole time. Why am I just finding out about this now? I don't get it. That can't be right. So basically, not only did you drive away the only 2 people on Earth who would want to be your friends, but in the process you completely failed at getting what was owed to you from them. You just went off thinking that you had won when you had only driven away your friends. No, that can't be right. That isn't how it went. You've got this all wrong. I took Jasmine's boyfriend away from her because she owed me for all the things that I did for her in high school. But now it seems to me that you really have taken things too far. I don't know what to do. I'm really scared. You should be. At least in college when you were seeing Jasmine's cousin, it wasn't like he was married or anything. But now you've gone and slept with a married man. But I had no idea that he was married. It isn't fair. It's not my fault. Do you think that the wife is going to care at all about that now that she knows? But I didn't know that he was married. He never told me, and I thought that the other woman in the house was you. How was I supposed to know that that was really his wife? I was so sure about everything. How did it come to this? Well, it seems to me that the secret must be out. Why else would you be coming to me freaking out? Something tells me that you've already been found out. Oh, right. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, that's why I wanted to message you in the first place. She is suing for having an affair with her husband. And I was hoping that you wouldn't mind paying for everything for me. I found out that this guy only earns like $1,500 a month. There is no way he can afford to pay for us both. You're the only one that I can turn to. And just why in the world do you think I would want to pay for you? Well, it's really all your fault that this happened if you think about it. You can't be serious, right? It's all your fault that this happened. You were the one who took the actions you did, and now you are facing the consequences for your actions. Don't you dare try and pin this on me. You were the one who ignored me when I tried to tell you that I really wasn't getting married. But you tricked me! You knew that I wasn't going to listen to you because I thought that you were lying to me! Do you think anyone is going to buy that? You've always just only heard what you wanted to hear and never cared about what anyone else had to say. Well, now it seems like your actions have finally caught up with you. But we're friends! You still owe me! You can't do this to me, Sasha! We are not friends, and you have done this to yourself, Trish. Now, goodbye. I should probably come clean and say that I'm actually married. And it is true that my husband is the son of a rather wealthy family, but coming from a large family with many siblings, it isn't like he's the heir to a vast fortune or anything. Of course, his family would support him if he were in trouble, but he just works as a regular businessman. I don't really know how Trish got the intel on him that she did, but then again, she was always the queen of getting the juiciest gossip in school. I guess she should have done a little bit more research, though, because her actions landed her in big trouble. When her parents found out what she had done, they told her that they were cutting her off. Finally, Trish truly had no one that she could turn to for help. I heard that she had to take out hefty loans to pay off all her debts, and that many of those loans came from rather shady people. Now she is working herself to the bone to pay those off as well. Hi, sister. It's been 3 years, right? I went to our old house and some complete strangers were living there. That means that you've moved, right? Could you tell me where the three of you are right now? You still live with mom and dad, don't you? Because knowing you, you're still single. Huh? Is this Flavia? You've got some nerve just asking me something like that after all these years. Huh? I get the feeling that you're not happy to see me for some reason. Of course I'm not happy to see you. What in the world made you think that I would be happy to see you? What? Why? I mean, I am your sister, after all. I know we had some disagreements in the past, but isn't family always supposed to be there for each other? Not when that family is you. I mean, it's only been 3 years since you stole my fiancé Leonardo from me. You haven't contacted me ever since the two of you just disappeared. What makes you think that you can just greet me like an old friend? But I'm already broken up with Leonardo, so none of that matters anymore, doesn't it? Come on, Rosina. The past is the past. Huh? You broke up with him, but I remember how you told me that he was the perfect guy for you and you've been waiting for someone like him all your life. Yeah, I only felt like that while he was still your boyfriend or fiancé or whatever. I mean, I realized soon after that I ran away with him that there was a limit to relationships like that. Running away means that you have to throw away everything from your past life, right? Which means that Leonardo had to quit his job at the mega company he used to work at. It was such a shame because he did actually earn quite a lot of money, which is one of the main reasons I stole him from you in the first place. I realized that after running away, Leonardo was just some unemployed man. I should have thought of it sooner. We found it difficult to find jobs in the new town we moved to, and once we did find a job, it was at a tiny company that only gave us an average salary. The two of us didn't have any money, and for obvious reasons, we found it difficult to return to our hometown. That went on for about a year, and by then the love between us was just gone, and we were kind of just living together because we had to. That in turn went on until the 3rd year, but I finally decided to break up with him recently, and now I'm free. I see. And so you thought you could just return to our house? Don't you think that's a bit too convenient for you? Just because you broke up with him doesn't change the fact that you stole him from me 3 years ago, you know. What? That's called holding a grudge, Rosina. I mean, I'm sure Mom and Dad at least will be happy to see that their daughter has returned after 3 years. But they said that they didn't want a child that would steal her sister's fiancé from her. They don't want to have anything to do with you more than I do. Huh? That's so mean of them, but I'm their cute little daughter. Nothing about you is cute, Flavia. And besides, you're the one who was mean to me by stealing my fiancé, Flavia. You said that you went to our old house, but one of the reasons that we moved was so that we could officially cut ties with you, and so you would never be able to find us again. Jesus, Rosina, I already apologized for stealing Leonardo from you, didn't I? It couldn't have been helped, since at the time I really did love him, you know? Come on, just tell me your new address so we can live together as sisters again. Don't you think that would be fun? I already told you we moved so that you wouldn't be able to find us anymore. We don't want to have anything to do with you. There's no way I'm telling you our new address, because living with you again would be the opposite of what I consider fun. If that's the case, then why am I able to text you like this? If you guys really did cut ties with me, then shouldn't you have blocked my account and changed your phone number? Yep, you're right. The only reason I hadn't blocked you until now is because we hadn't officially told you yet that we were cutting ties with you. But I guess I already did that, so I'm going to block you now. Thanks for reminding me. A what? I was waiting for this day to come, you know. Now we can officially cut ties with you. Goodbye. Hold on. I haven't even gotten to my main point yet. There's something really important I want to ask you. Bye. Sister? I changed my WhatsApp ID so I could be able to contact you, and there's something I need to tell you. What? Is this Flavia? Yep. Seriously, Rosina, you're so mean blocking your cute little sister like that. But there were so many questions I wanted to ask you after that. I already told you that we cut ties with you, right? I don't care about whatever it is you want to tell me. Are you sure about that? It doesn't matter whether you changed your WhatsApp ID or not. The fact that we cut ties with you hasn't changed. I'm going to block you again. Hold on, I wouldn't do that if I were you, because I know where you live now. What? How did you... Wow, I'm impressed, Rosina. You're living in such a nice location. As your apology for blocking me, you're going to let me live in that penthouse of yours from now on. What in the world are you talking about? To be honest, it's going to be a real bother if you really did find out where I live. But I'm not going to let you live here. Why not? Because I'm not the owner of this apartment. My boyfriend is. You're so clueless as usual, Rosina. What I'm trying to tell you is, I stole your boyfriend again, so I'm going to be living with him in that high-rise condo of yours from now on. You seriously don't get that? What? Oh, that reminds me. Leonardo wants to get back together with you, apparently. I give you Leonardo in return for your current boyfriend, so why don't we just get along as sisters from now on? That's a fair trade, don't you think? This solves everything. I'm so glad everything turned out well in the end. There is no way I'm getting back together with Leonardo. Even if he did appear before me for some reason, then I'm going to hand him straight to his parents who paid the alimony I asked of him for him. Oh my God, you're such a scary woman, Rosina. But he really did regret leaving you in the first place and sincerely wanted to get back together with you. He told me to tell you that he was sorry for what he did. No, thanks. I'm not willing to give someone like that a second chance. Our marriage being canceled was his fault as much as it was yours. Besides, my current boyfriend is someone who knows everything about my past and still accepted me despite that. There's no way he would betray me and go out with you, the source of all my problems, instead. Is that so? Then that must mean that I'm so attractive he wants me for his girlfriend instead, despite knowing everything about our past. I'm sorry for stealing your boyfriend again, Rosina. Don't get mad, all right? I'm such an evil woman. But my boyfriend is currently sitting next to me. Huh? He says that he doesn't know anyone like you. He's neither met you or exchanged contact information with you ever before, he says. How did you have a relationship with him then? What? Rosina, stop lying because it's so obvious that you are. Your face is enough of a joke as it is, so just stop it. All right, then how do you know that I'm lying? I mean, I'm with your boyfriend right now, so I know that he isn't sitting next to you, as you say. Are you sure that's not someone else? Someone you thought was my boyfriend and stole from me? No way. All right, then tell me his name if you're so sure. What? Are you an idiot, Rosina? He's your boyfriend. Why do you need me to say his name for you? You're the one who's going to call me an idiot when you haven't even noticed that we're not going to get anywhere until you tell me his name? I'm trying to make sure that you have the wrong person here. You're the only one who thinks that's happening, so don't worry. Just tell me his name already. Based on your answer, I might leave this high-rise condo by tomorrow. What? You'll leave if I tell you his name? Only if he's really the person I'm currently living with. You see? His name is Julian. Julian? All right, I told you his name, so time to make good on your part of the deal. Hurry up and leave that high-rise condo, all right? Rosina, what happened to you upholding your part of the deal? You said that you would leave if I told you your boyfriend's name, right? I have no idea what you would gain from that, but it's none of my business, I guess. I mean, I get it. Living in a high-rise condo like that must be extremely luxurious, so you don't want to leave, right? But you're my older sister, right? Don't you think it would set a bad example for me if you broke your promises like this? Mom and Dad would be disappointed in you if they saw you like this. But I am upholding my part of the deal. I said I would leave if the name of the person you were going out with was really my boyfriend, right? What? Are you an idiot? Shut up! Stop talking and just leave that high-rise condo already! I'm going to live in the penthouse on the highest floor with Julian from now on. I've already prepared to move, but you won't move out, so I can't move in yet. But my boyfriend's name isn't Julian, so I'm not going to leave. Huh? What even is that? You know, you should really stop trying to buy yourself time and just leave already. Do you seriously think I'd believe that? I mean, it's obvious that you came up with that lie right now. Fine, I'll ask you one more question. This high-rise condo you're telling me to move out of, where is it? Huh? You're asking me one of those stupid questions again. Seriously, are you just trying to annoy me or something? You really don't know when to give up, don't you? You're talking about our tower near our station, right? And the room you want to move into is room 5001 on the top floor? I couldn't bother to talk with you any longer, so I gave you the answers, but is this the room that you've been wanting to move into? Huh? What are you even trying to do? I mean, you're the one who's living there with Julian, so of course you know where it is. And I already know that as well because I went around asking everyone for your new address, even asking friends of yours. I gave it my all to find out where you live, so there's no way I'm mistaken. I see. So that's how you found out? By using distant relationships? Impressive, right? I even went to the high-rise condo myself once and entered by mingling among the people who lived there. Oh, it was so luxurious. On top of being able to live in a place like that, you're living with Julian, who's rich and handsome, right? That's so unfair. I was always prettier than you, but for some reason, people always treated you better, even Mom and Dad. I'm not going to let you cheat me again, though. Give me that life of yours. I understand now. You must have received old information, which is why you've made this mistake. What do you mean I've made a mistake? You see, we sold room 5001 half a year ago. What? You sold it? It's true that he was the owner of that room before that, but he had to move to the countryside since now he's relocated at work. Thankfully, a branch office of the company I work at was also located there, and we've been going out on the basis of eventually getting married, so I decided to move there with him. There was a used room in a high-rise condo in this new town we were going to move into, so we sold room 5001 of our tower and bought this one instead. We've been living together ever since. Then who's Julian? I'm pretty sure he's the new owner of room 5001. Oh, I see. To be honest, I'm not surprised he wasn't actually your boyfriend, but I guess this is fine as well. It doesn't change the fact that he's still my boyfriend, and a rich and handsome one at that. I'll need to come up with another plan of kicking out his current girlfriend he's living with in room 5001, but it can't be helped, I guess. But I heard that his girlfriend was the owner of room 5001. What? Which means that he's the one who's going to be kicked out of that high-rise condo, not his girlfriend. By the way, I heard that the company Julian used to work at went bankrupt, and he's currently unemployed and looking for a job. He's unemployed? Are you being serious right now? Are you sure this isn't one of your lies again? Don't worry, you'll find out the truth for yourself soon enough. Huh? What's going to happen soon enough? You see, Julian's girlfriend, well, his fiancée to be exact, runs her own company. She's acquainted with my boyfriend through work, and I've met her myself before. To be honest, you're an embarrassment to our family, and I don't want to have anything to do with you. But I told Julian's fiancé about the relationship you two have been having behind her back. What? Hold on, you can't just do something like that. I hope you understand that this was the best course of action for me to put a stop to your selfish actions. Have you forgotten that you still haven't paid me that alimony I asked of you when you stole Leonardo from me? I'm not just going to let you go without paying it now that I've caught you. Huh? By the way, it looks like Julian's fiancé snuck a GPS on Julian 2 days earlier. Apparently you two are currently in your apartment making love since last night? What? She says that she's already surrounded you and you can't escape? What do you mean she's surrounded me? Just who is this fiancé of Julian's? It doesn't matter who she is to you anymore. After this, Julian's fiancé barged into Flavia's apartment. Apparently Julian's parents were also with her, and the place where Julian cheated on his fiancée turned into the stage of a huge scolding festival that went on until the sun rose on the next day. By the way, my parents had already moved to an apartment for elderly people, and they told me to make my sister take full responsibility for the situation. It seems that during all of this, Rosina tried running away to Leonardo, my former fiancé whom she stole from me. But it seems that Julian's fiancé had expected even this and was able to capture her almost immediately. I also told Leonardo's parents about what happened, and about how Leonardo no longer had a place to live after this incident. Anyways, my sister was recaptured and she was thrown into some office by Julian's fiancé, who had an extensive network of connections. It seems that she's forced to use almost all of her salary to pay off the alimony she needs to pay Julian's fiancé, and is on the verge of collapse, having to live a life of extreme poverty.